hustling, 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 hustling.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of The Muscle Hustle. I'm your girl, Cokes, and I'm appreciative of all y'all tuning in. Make sure to subscribe to The Muscle Hustle at The Muscle Hustle podcast on both IG and YouTube. Click, 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 okay? I need them clicks, all right? Cool. Listen, I'm excited today because I got one of my homegirls here with me. Listen, this is somebody that I am in awe of. I'm going to just be real because she is somebody who moves in silent, but her work speaks for itself. When I'm talking about major moves, I'm talking major moves. I mean, shorty got her own billboard. Like, how many people do you know got a billboard? A whole billboard. Like, no, shorty cranking. Like, it's crazy. I'm talking the go-getter. Her business speaks for herself. Her moves speak for herself, all right? Somebody that inspires, just a strong individual. And she a Black woman, all right? Listen. Major Key.
What's up,
Key.
What's up?
I am so happy
everybody.
you're here.
I am happy to be here. Thanks for
Go ahead
the
and introduce
invite.
yourself to my audience.
What's up, everybody? My name is Keyarria Amey, also known as Major Key.
Major Key.
Major Key, major move.
Yes, okay.
I'm happy to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
Thank you for coming.
In the hot seat,
No,
so I'm
you're
a little bit
not.
nervous. So, look, do not judge me. I am country, okay? I'll let you know.
Actually, you know what? Speaking of that, okay. So exactly where are you from, Key?
I am from Luthersville, Georgia. It is about, oh my God, do not quote me on this, 40 miles south of Atlanta.
Okay.
So it is tiny, 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 tiny. Everybody is related. We go to the same church.
So it's a small.
Yeah, it's very small. One traffic light, small.
Oh, like that.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
the movies.
Yeah. So, being in this position is major. Is major. Yeah.
Absolutely. And siblings?
Yes, I have a brother. My brother I think he was born 1984.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Edward, if I'm wrong. So that makes him 39.
Yeah, 39.
And I have a sister who I can't forget her birthday because we're 14 months apart.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, she's 34.
Okay.
Yeah, and I am the baby.
You're the baby.
Yeah, I am the baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Major moves by the baby.
And it's not true what they say. The baby is not spoiled because I am not the spoiled one.
You sure?
She is. Oh yeah, my sister is totally spoiled.
The middle child, that's different.
Yeah, she's terrible. Oh, well, I love you though. Let me say that I love you.
You and your family are close?
Very, very close. Very. I have to allocate my success to my family.
Okay.
We didn't have much. However, what they instilled in me, priceless. I wouldn't trade it for the world.
And I love that because, a lot of people are always envious of what they see, especially nowadays on social media and
Right.
stuff like that. So to you be able to speak on the fact that, like, it's about your family. Your family actually was supportive. They instilled that, those fundamental things in you. So
Yes.
it's like you were able to utilize that to...
Absolutely. Just being a decent person.
Yeah.
I have one of the sweetest grandmothers in the world. Like, she is a sweetheart. And it's funny because I pray to God to give me her heart, but I forgot to pray for the protection that goes along with having such a big heart. Because when people notice that, they will,
take advantage,
Oh,
try
yeah.
to rip, like everything.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah, they're a giving heart, a forgiving heart, and a kind heart. You have to protect it. And when you have all three, it is really hard. And that's why I kind of stay out of the way. And
you know what? Okay, that actually explains a lot because when I introduced her and I said that she moves in silent, like when you see Key out and about, you really don't see her like that because she really is just kind of like to herself. Unless she really knows you and she rocks with you, like,
no.
It's all tunnel vision for her. And I appreciate that because of the fact that it's just like initially from the outside looking in, it's like, okay, she's about her business. Like, don't mess with her. If you're going to come to her, come correct. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I can also understand.
Come correct because I would
though,
chop you
yes.
off at the knees.
But I can also understand the amount of protecting of yourself as
Right.
well, to being guarded. And, but
people can ruin you.
They can.
If you allow everyone into your circle, into your space. Now the thing is, you don't know who's really rooting for you. You don't know who's really rooting, because clapping doesn't mean yeah. I want to see you do it. Clapping could be like, yeah, I want to see you fail.
Yeah.
So you have to be very
on it too,
right. You have to be mindful of who you let into your space, what you tell people, because I could tell you about something I'm planning, and I don't know if you're speaking against
what you're planning.
Yeah, and words really. I learned at a very, I got to tell y'all that story one day. It's a long story. A very young age, how your words have power. What you speak, the universe will give it to you.
Absolutely.
Speak it once. Watch.
Speak it once and believe.
Yeah, it has power. So if people are speaking against what you have going on, it's never going to happen. So just be mindful. Be careful what you tell people, kind of keep to yourself. And then when it happens, I think no one, maybe a few people that were close to me knew about my billboard, because, that's just how I am. I Kendrick.
I called him.
Yeah, kind of look at the editing of my billboard to see what it looked like. Give me your opinion. But people that are close to me are the only people that gets to know what I got going on. Yeah. And then once I got it, the world's going to know, because if you work hard for your stuff, show it. Show it. Why people want you to
There's nothing wrong with showing it.
No, it's not. Why people want you to be loud about struggle?
Say that again.
Why do people want you to be loud about struggle? I don't understand that.
Listen.
I don't understand that. If you working hard, legitimately working hard, I get up every morning at 4 a.m. I don't have to. So everything that I get, I deserve. So when I get it, you're going to see it too, because I want you to see what being consistent, what being structured can get you.
Absolutely. That's another reason why I wanted you to make sure that someone of your expertise, someone that is not automatically just, here's the thing. The Muscle Hustle. Again, this is not just a bodybuilder show. I know y'all see me and y'all automatically assume I'm just going to be interviewing athletes, but I want y'all to see the grind and the hustle.
Yeah, I got some muscles too, though, Cole.
So do you. Hold on. Nah, don't. 4 a.m. she in the gym with me. So yeah, whatever.
In the gym, grinding it out.
I wanted y'all to see the grind and the hustle of those who I think are influencers in this day and age, you know what I'm saying? And not just in my circle, but just people around me. I respect her because I see the way she moves. I see the way she grinds. I see the way she hustles. I see the way that she gets hers. And I know it's inspiring to a lot of other people. And so I just wanted y'all to get a taste of who it is that she is. You know what I mean? So when I say who is Key,
I'm teary-eyed.
I don't like no tissue, so you better chill out with that.
It just makes me feel good to know that the work that I do is viewed in that light.
Absolutely.
Because sometimes you don't know.
Right.
People have a weird, not that I care, I really don't, but people have a weird way of showing you that they are inspired. And so sometimes we get it confused as, are they inspired or are they slick-headed?
Yeah.
And I never do anything with the intent to ever make someone hate. It's all inspiration. If I post my home, it's inspiration. I'm 33 years old. And I hope we get into it. My journey and where I am, it wasn't a traditional route. Most people are born with fathers that are lawyers.
Yep.
Your mother is a lawyer. Your aunts. You have a circle of people around you that have been in that field.
Mm-hmm.
My mother was a high school dropout. My father was a high school dropout. My mother had her first child at 11, 12, 13, around that age.
Okay.
18, 3 of us. So, the conversations that my mom told to me was, everybody in the community was like, your children aren't going to be anything. And so I look at her today, I don't say it, but I want to tell her so bad. Now, you can go back and tell everyone to kiss your rump.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, it's just, but you have to say to yourself, their life is not my life. I have my own life.
Exactly.
And that's what I did at a very young age. I knew I was kind of weird.
Explain that. What do you mean by weird?
Oh, whoa. I have to let my mom be here for this. Huh? Weird. I was the black sheep.
Okay.
I talked funny. I had this very hard country accent, like, you don't tell me what to do. It was weird, but I always been very outspoken. I'm less outspoken now than I was then.
Why is that?
Coach, I honestly wish I was still a little bit, because sometimes I let people get away with stuff. Uh-huh. My professional life requires me to be confrontational, but my personal life, I'd rather not.
Yeah.
I'd rather not. I'd rather cut you off. And you only get one. You only get one time. One time. And I'm not going to tell you why. I shouldn't have to. You know what you did. You know exactly what you did. But I was just this weird kid. But I tell you, my grandmother told me one time, and it kind of, touched my little soul. She was like, I respect you so much because even when you were a child, you would always say, I'm going to be somebody. And you went and you did it.
Look at that.
You went, but it goes back to your words. If you ask me, I've spoke life into myself even when I was nothing. Even when I was down at my last, I always spoke life. I knew.
Just take that into consideration.
I knew.
Like she said, words means a lot.
Yeah.
Those affirmations you reading on Instagram and all that other stuff, but you got to believe it, though. You can't just be saying it just to be saying it.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. You can't just say it and your action doesn't back up what you're saying, because words are dead if no action follows.
Period.
So I couldn't say, I want to be a lawyer, but I want to go to law school. How does that work?
Facts.
It doesn't work that way. So you have to speak those words, then take initiative.
So, FYI, for those that don't know, Key is a lawyer, big time lawyer. Okay, big time lawyer. Ow! How did you get into did you know that while you were in school, this is the route I'm gonna take? I got my pre-law certificate, and not immediately after that knew, okay, accounting's where it's at for me.
Right.
It's not law.
So catch it, guys, because I am not, and don't ever think that I'm trying to force my faith on you guys. You believe what you believe, but I'm pretty sure God's going to come up quite a bit in this segment because I have to give him praise for everything he's done. God, because if it wasn't God, I would have been... Hell, I wanted to be a flight attendant.
For real?
Let me tell you, God's plans was so much bigger for me. I can tell you different careers that I wanted to be, and God said, no.
Absolutely not.
I see something more for you. I didn't... Lawyer? What? Lutherville, Georgia? Lawyer? The day I went to my professor and told him that I wanted to be a lawyer, I'll never forget the way he looked at me. He looked at me as if he wanted to say, girl, don't play yourself.
And what school did you go to?
This was Georgia State University.
Okay.
I don't want to name drop.
No, you good.
He's not watching.
More than enough.
But I went to him and I said, hey, I think I want to be a lawyer. The look he gave me, because I think he went to Georgetown, so he was kind of this.
Okay. He was already
he was
fell into himself a bit.
And granted, in his defense, I get it because I have evolved so much from those days. I can tell you exactly what I had on that day, and I'm like, girl, your shorts was up your butt. You had some 30-inch hair all the way down to your ankles. What do you think he thought?
Gotcha.
But I was in my 20s, and I didn't know any better. But I would never forget the way he looked at me, as if, oh, you can't do it. I had more people to tell me that I couldn't do it than that I could. But the beauty of that, all those same people will have to circle around and say, you know what? I was wrong about you.
I like that.
It takes a lot. Matter of fact, they won't even say they're wrong. They'll say this, I'm proud of you. Oh, really? Oh, really? But guess what you do? You say thank you and you keep pushing. You don't have to be boastful. You ain't got to be like, I told you you don't. You don't have to do that. You just say, thank you. Keep pushing. the best living is the best revenge is good living, right?
Yeah.
Amen.
Definitely gonna show that.
Oh,
Yup,
yeah.
for sure. It takes a lot of growth. It really does.
It does.
It does. Okay. So what would you say? What type of lawyer are you? Let's break that down, because I don't think a lot of people really understand when
Yeah.
they think lawyer. They
Okay. Yeah.
SVU or something.
Right. Because, honestly, people think lawyer, criminal.
Right.
I am a personal injury plaintiff trial attorney. That means, well, I want to be really specific as what I do. Car accidents, injuries resulting from a car accident. And be clear, you have to be injured due to someone else's negligence.
Okay.
So a lot of time you're in a car accident, you're injured, but you caused a car accident. I am not the one for that.
Gotcha.
I am a plaintiff's attorney that deals solely with car accident. And I'm making that separation or distinction because there are so many different areas of law that falls under the umbrella of personal injury. Slip and falls, freak, dog bites, all kind of things. I found my niche.
Gotcha.
And so I kind of just weeded out
to kind of find that niche, though. Because again, like you said, I mean, this is one, it's already a big industry, but at the same time to kind of just continue to narrow it down just to that specifically. That
oh, God. Here we go again. And again, I told y'all already, don't think I'm trying to force my faith on you. But, people who followed me years ago before the law license, you guys can attest to this. Every morning I used to wake up and I would say, "Dear God, put me where you want me to be." And he put me at a personal injury law firm. Okay. And you know what? The thing is, PI wasn't even, which is personal injury, it wasn't even on my list.
Really?
That's how you know you don't control your life.
Uh-huh.
You don't control your life. There's a higher being that is in control. And once you surrender, your life would be a lot less complex. But I would ask God to put me where he wanted me to be. And then I got a job at this law firm. And I looked at their page before my interview, their website. All Caucasian attorneys. And I looked at it and I'm thinking, there's no way in the heck these white people are about to hire my black behind.
And they did.
And they did. But guess what was the top of their conversation about me?
What? I'm curious.
I was really lean back in them days. My muscles.
Really?
Yes. Oh, did you see her arms? Yes.
So not even so much, it was just all physicality, just basically just appearance is what they really were focused more on.
It matters, people. And no one tried to make you go to the gym, but being a fit body is very unique. A fit body says a lot about you. Okay. Because I can buy boobies, I can buy booty, I can buy whatever. But those toned muscles as a woman, I can't buy that.
You can't.
That takes consistency. It takes discipline. It takes a lot of time, especially to have mature muscles.
So it resonates. Okay.
Yeah.
And so that's why they're seeing it. Got it. Okay. I'm following now. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
And so you started basically at this law firm.
Mm-hmm.
And how long were you at this law firm?
11 months. 11 months. But
why?
It goes back to all of this. Again, I'm not trying to force my faith on you. But one thing you have to remember, and I hope this sticks in someone's head, God will never put you in a situation and make you comfortable if that's not what he planned for you.
Yep.
You're not going to be comfortable, because if you get comfortable leads to complacent. Mm-hmm. You will overstay your welcome every single time you get comfortable. So he put me at this firm. There's not a day that I was comfortable.
Yeah.
Being this black girl in this white firm, always been.
Do you feel like a target at one?
Yeah, yes. And I don't want to advertise this man's business or anything, but, I knew that I'm here for something. And once I get it, God gonna make me get up and go.
Mhm.
Because the day I left, I will never forget it. It was June 8th, 2020, in the midst of a pandemic.
2020.
I got up, I said no more, and I left. If it wasn't right, God would have never allowed me to get my black behind up out of that seat and go. So I knew, I'm like, I got up, I left. No one stopped me. It was easy. This is meant to be. It was meant to be.
Steps are already
You
ordered.
just got to know when it is the upper power. You just got to know when, because everything presented to you. And I said this on social media the other day. The devil blessed too, and he does. He hears you. He hears when you're asking God.
Hey, he was an angel too now.
Yeah, right. So, but how do you know that the difference between when the blessings is from God and when it's from the devil is the devil blesses fast. God is never going to give you something right away just because you ask. I mean, who do you think you are?
Yeah.
The devil blesses fast. You may get it. God, I want this man. I want him to have his muscles. And that man may stumble around the next day.
Yeah.
Run. Run. Speaking from personal experience. I hope I'm not over talking.
No,
you,
you're not. Not at all. Not at all. But no, it's all truth. It's all
Right.
facts. Like, one, your steps are ordered by the higher power. You know what I mean? And you have to have faith. You know what I mean? Whatever power it is, you have to have faith and believe in it. Those manifesting what it is that you want to accomplish, those affirmations every morning, believing in yourself, but then also believing in the person who you are praying to. You know what I mean? To actually guide you and take you through.
Absolutely.
There's no failure to that. You know what I mean? It's not your time, it's his. So I appreciate that. That is words of wisdom. Take your time. Your time will come. Yeah. It's very redundant as far as that's statement
Patience.
is concerned. Yeah, it is. But
You
your
gotta
time will come.
Marinate. It's just like that chicken. Let it marinate.
Let it marinate. Let the chicken marinate, damn it.
Yeah, you gotta let it marinate. Your time will definitely come. And in the meantime, in between time, your job is to cheer for the people whose time is current. You get nothing for being a hater. You get nothing from when I hope I'm not getting ahead of myself. When I failed the bar the first time, I found myself saying, because I was a top student in law school.
Okay.
Graduated magna cum laude. And so, and I was predicted to pass the bar the first time. And when I did it, it was like, well, God, why they passed? They were sorry. And I just didn't understand that it wasn't my time.
Your time. Yeah. So
it wasn't my time.
For you to pass
Two
times.
Yeah, I failed the first time by a few points. And honestly, I didn't deserve it.
Why you say that?
Hindsight 2020, when I look at and evaluate my journey, I deserve to fail it the first time. Not because I didn't work hard, because that wasn't the case. I worked my butt off. I didn't deserve it because I didn't appreciate the opportunity that God had given me.
I feel that.
I walk in the building, I'm looking around. I'm looking around at all these people that don't look like me. And I'm thinking, he's going to pass. She's going to pass. I never once said, I'm going to pass.
Got it.
When I turned, and this is the God honest truth, when I turned my exam in that first time I took the bar exam, I knew I failed.
Right.
I knew I deserved to fail. I knew it. I didn't appreciate it. I didn't. So God made me fight again. You're going to appreciate. I cried almost every day during bar study, but then the second time was a different, everything. The second, I was at my bottom.
The second time.
The second time.
Really?
Because I didn't have the support. And
there were other variables the second time where it was just like,
yeah, but
it still ain't easy.
Yeah, but you know what? The thing is, I understood why God made me fight again, because that's the thing. When he say no, he's not saying no, because he wouldn't let me go through 3 years of law school to tell me no.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me I am going to accumulate all of this debt for you to tell me no? No.
Debt indeed.
But it was something I needed. I wasn't mature enough for it yet. If I passed the first time, I wouldn't be sitting here in the seat talking to you about this.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I wasn't ready.
It's definitely different.
It grew me up so much. If I had to go back and redo it, I would feel it again, just the way I did it. It was hard, and I cried like a baby. But, you know, the beauty, I found so much inner strength in myself filling that bar, because I had, when I tell you hit rock bottom.
And you were able to pass through that too.
Hit rock bottom. Like the sheriff knocking on my door saying, hey, you need to pay this rent or you're going to get put out.
Wow.
Rock bottom. And no one knew. I didn't say anything about it. I just kept
Just
gymming and going and just suffered through it, because I knew if I make it, if I hold on, I will be okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the second time, I remember I had my best friend at the time. We walked into the convention center in Austin, and I laughed out loud. And she said, "What's wrong with you?" And I'm like, the only way I feel this bar if I die right now. That's what I said to her. I knew it. When I turned that test in, I would just waited until May for them to tell me what I already knew. Because this time, I appreciated what was given to me. And I understood why God made me fight again. And, you know, I couldn't relate to anyone. If I passed, I couldn't relate to anyone who failed. Now, when people fail, I'll tell them, hey, come here, let me tell you, let's have a conversation about this. It doesn't mean that you're not going to go off and be great, because and I'm not being boastful, but where I am now, I'm pretty sure is in a better position than people who passed before me.
Mm.
So just because they pass first doesn't mean they're going to win the race.
Right.
You still can catch up.
Yep.
But you just have to have that mindset of, this is not the end. This is only the beginning.
I feel that. So now you're actually in your own practice.
Yeah.
So when you left that job, right, back in, was it 2020?
2020.
You immediately...
Very next day. Well, to be honest, I filed for my LLC in May. So I kind of knew.
Okay.
You know, sometimes you'll get here and you need to be, either you're going to jump or you're going to be pushed. I was here and I was pushed. I was like, I ain't going to take this. I'm this white man. So I was pushed. But, you know, pushing sometimes is necessary. The very next day, I start advertising my own practice. And I tell you, I started my business with $8,000 to my name, $8,000 in faith. I took $8,000 out of my personal account, that's all I had, and started my business account. And I said, for the next 6 months, you're going to suffer.
And look where you are now.
You know, oh, Vanessa, you can vouch for this. I had these tights, literally had holes in the butt. My tights had holes. And Vanessa can vouch for this, because Vanessa bought me a pair of tights, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, she probably think Cooper.
Okay.
She probably think Cooper. She probably think I'm poor. But I was not going to spend a dime. I literally let myself suffer for 6 months. And then I'm glad I did, because it happened the way I pictured it. I know, because from my experience at the firm, your typical case will settle in about 6 months.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, you got a few clients. January 2021, you're going to be fine. And
got it. So you got a plan.
Yeah, I had it all mapped out. And when January hit, when I tell you, God is good, it was boom, boom, boom. By May, I was buying Benzes. By May, I was buying Benzes.
And everybody sees the luxury now, but they don't see.
They don't even know.
They have no clue.
You don't have a clue the how hard it was hard. It was hard. I remember sleeping in the business center in my apartment building, studying. I remember studying in the sauna, sweating in my books. It was a journey that was nothing less than very hard. But when I say rewarding, I wake up every morning. People probably think I'm crazy because I'm dancing all the time. I am happy.
You're happy. It shows.
I'm happy about life. I could have. Look, when I tell you, my parents didn't care if I went right or left. Of course, they want me to do well.
Yeah.
But as long as I didn't have to depend on them, they didn't care. I could have been working at the grocery store. No pun intended to anyone working at the grocery store. You got to start from somewhere. But I chose lawyer.
Mm-hmm. So what did they say now?
Oh, they love me.
Yeah.
They love me. They love me. The biggest accomplishment is not being able to buy stuff. It's being able to help them. One. Well, that's two. Because one is the level of respect that they give to me is,
that's priceless.
When they call me and ask a question, whatever I say goes. And that's why I'm very careful with my response. And that's also why I watch myself out here. I'm the only one out here in Houston. I never want them to worry about me. Like, what is she doing? No, they don't have to worry about that because I'm structured. It's home, gym, work, repeat.
Yeah.
Extra. It's hard to get me, and you know this. It's hard to get Keyarria to say yes. I can name on one hand how many people that can get me to go out. But what you guys got to understand, in order for you to achieve that level of success, your circle has to be small.
Absolutely.
Your circle has to be. You cannot think maneuvering through all these different people that you're going to be successful, because everyone that you allow into your circle is taken from you. If you have all these different people, what do you have for you?
Be careful with the company you keep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Positive and negative.
But my mother and just to be honest, I had a very rocky relationship with my mother growing up because my great grandmother raised me.
Okay.
Because my mom was young, and that's another reason I go so hard. I'm like, my mom really should have aborted me. Why would you have another child right after you just had one at 18? You should have got rid of that one. But you let me live. So I have to show you that what you let live was worth it. But my great grandmother raised me. And so me and my mom, my great grandmother died when I was 12. And then that when my mom was primary, like that is where you're going to be. No question asked. And it was hard for me to not be defiant. Like, you're not my mother type thing. You don't tell me what my mom is dead type thing.
Dang.
It was, yeah. And I just did not understand it. I did not understand that at the end of the day, this is still your mother and you owe her a level of respect.
Yeah.
So today and because I behave like that, of course, we were like this for many, 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 many years. Even up into law school now, because I understand and I can say, hey, I forgive you, you forgive me, we're like this. Gotcha. And I always wanted a good relationship with my mom because it's needed.
That's your mom.
And it's your mom. That's my homie. That's my homie. And she respect me so much.
That's
and, when she call and tell me, I love talking to you. You just give me. I'm so proud of you. The woman that you became. That is more than money.
Absolutely.
It's more than house, car. It's more than whatever. Having that people respect you. They may not like you.
But you will respect.
But they will respect you. They can't say anything. I mean, people say whatever they want. But at the end of the day, when you really get down to the nitty gritty of it, they respect you.
Yeah. Yep.
You may not like it. You may not like me walking in the gym looking at
That's totally fine. That's totally fine. I see the eyes.
I see the eyes too, but it's fine. Greatness will make you roll your eyes.
Absolutely. So it's just you here in Houston. How long have you been in Houston?
7 years.
7 years.
Is it 7? Since 2015.
Okay.
And I knew nothing about Houston. Here we go. Back to the same thing.
Say it, because they need to know.
I am not trying to force my faith on you. However, God, I knew nothing about Houston. I stayed at a hotel, Crystal Inn, right off Scott, right before you get to my billboard. So every time I see this Crystal Inn, it's like, wow.
That's crazy.
I stayed at Crystal Inn for a few weeks until we were able to get the house ready that I was moving into. my God, Cokes. I remember crying because I did not want to. I applied to Thurgood Marshall out of pure, just in case I don't get in nowhere else. I didn't know anything about it. And boom, that's where I got. No one else wanted me. No one else wanted me. So, you know, and you have to be, I had to make the decision. Do you stay here and be nothing? Because you ain't doing nothing but kicking a kickball around on the field every day. That's what was very popular in Atlanta back then, kickball.
Okay, kickball.
And I played in every game, every tournament. Do you continue to kick this ball around or do you go better yourself because you're doing nothing? Mm. And so I decided to just go ahead and go. Leave. I packed my stuff. I moved to Texas with the plan of going back.
Really?
Yeah, I wanted to go back. I said I will go for 1 year and I'm going back. Didn't quite work that way. It didn't quite work that way. I tried to transfer and it wasn't smooth. So I knew, I was like, you know, this is not smooth. If it was meant to be, it would be smoother. So I stayed put. The best decision I could have ever made. I'm going to tell you guys, relocating is probably the best thing you can do when you find yourself in a city where you're not growing.
Boom.
You can relocate and then read it. But look, you can't take the same crap
with you.
You have to leave the crap. You know, and I told myself that if you're going to go to Texas, don't go to play. Period.
I can't emphasize that enough because I basically have reiterated this same statement at least 500 times since I've moved here. And it's not even so much as a statement to other people. It's more so a statement reassuring myself, like, what I left back at home, I did not come here to play. I didn't come here with the same mentality. I didn't come here with, I'm not looking to repeat none of that foolery I was doing back at home. So
right. The way you see me move now, that's how I moved in law school. Like people knew, like, that girl's about her business. She's about her business. My classmate always tell me, we knew you were gonna do well just the way you carried yourself in law school. But that because I told myself that foolishness that you're doing in Atlanta, if you're gonna do that, stay where you are.
Yeah.
You can really reinvent yourself. And that's why I don't like people calling me Kiki. I get agitated. Do not call me Kiki because I killed her. She's dead. This version of myself would never do the things that Kiki used to do. So don't call me that because that just makes me mad. But you know, sometimes people like to do that just to irritate me. I even had to get my family out of calling me that. It's not like I'm ashamed of that version because without that version, without that version, it wouldn't be this version.
Right.
But I don't need to be reminded.
Like respect the growth.
Definitely respect the growth.
So now, big time lawyer, balancing life.
Ooh.
How is that? I mean, to be able to put in the same hustle that you do. Because, again, people from the outside in, looking in, they automatically just think, you got it. So why continue to go so hard? You already got it. But thing is, I see you. You still go just as hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so now it's just, okay, you rarely will see Key out like that. But when you see her, she don't play. But just balancing your social life with your work life. How is that?
Oh my God. Look, you have to sacrifice.
Yeah.
Sacrifice creates separation. Mm-hmm. You're not in my league because you ain't sacrificed what I sacrifice. You don't get a social life. I think Shannon Sharp spoke on this a while ago about there's no such thing as work-life balance. And I know a lot of people are going to agree with me.
They're not gonna agree.
This is my opinion. When you are on your grind and you're starting out social, no, this is business, baby. It's business. And that's all it is. I still do now what I did when I was first starting out. Wake up, you go to that gym. Mm-hmm. You get your butt back here where you need to be and work. You can go back to the gym, but that's it. Yeah. I will set aside time for my upkeep. I'm a woman. Come on. and people are always looking at you, and you want to make sure your hair and nails done and all that. But as far as dating,
Yes.
what's that?
Because I'm going to have thirst buckets in the DM trying to figure out what's going on with you. I'm pretty sure they're going to listen.
What's that? But what is dating? When you're trying to get, because, Alan asked me at the gym the other day, how did you know when you made it? And I looked at him and I'm like, made it? This is my 3rd year in. I haven't made nothing. Most business fail within 2 to 5 years?
Yeah.
I haven't made a threshold. And I do a lot of things wrong. I do. I know I do. But I just, I keep going. So I don't know what's going to happen. I can't predict the future. So I never make myself feel like I've made it. What have I made? Money? That's not making it.
That, to somebody it is, though.
You can spend all that.
You really can. You really can. But to somebody that is making it.
Yeah.
Like, when they ask you that, it's really based off of what they perceive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. And I respect that, but it's so, in my mind, there's so much more to accomplish before I can say I've made it.
Yeah.
And that doesn't even register in my mind that I am a young attorney. I'm still learning. I would never at this point say I'm the best at what I do. No. Let me rephrase.
Yeah. Do that.
Let me rephrase.
Do that. Thank you.
Because I'm pretty dog.
Okay. Thank you.
There are more attorneys out here that have more experience. But when it comes to what I do, what I design for me, my method, my style, I'm doggone the man.
Let's go.
But there are plenty of great attorneys, but at what I do, and I don't lose my personality doing it. I'm still the same. Silly. I go to the same gym. When I'm in the gym, I'm dancing. I don't feel like I have to be, oh, you're not serious. Nope. But catch me on the phone with the insurance company. Catch me doing business.
Yeah.
Then you're going to see a different, it's a time and place for everything. I could not even remotely imagine life if I had to be serious all the time. That's just not my personality. It doesn't work for me. And some people maybe say, well, she don't look like an attorney. I don't care. Because when I go to the bank, they say I'm one. The state of Texas say I'm one. And half the time I don't dress like one. Who cares? What does an attorney look like? I'm one. So, but your title shouldn't change how you are.
It shouldn't. But you should still be able to give yourself those accolades.
Right.
To pat yourself on the back.
Right. And that definitely shouldn't change how you treat people.
Absolutely.
I'll speak. Now I'm not friendly, buddy with everybody. But I have a grand level of respect for everybody, whether you're the owner or the person that clean up. That's just how I was raised. But yeah, Cokes, I'll give it back to you.
Listen. Okay, so speaking of accolades, congrats. Recently, you got recognized in DMARS's top 50 professionals and Black entrepreneurs of the city of Houston. Is it just the city of Houston?
It's Houston.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Congratulations on that.
DMARS, if we're wrong, we're sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna make sure to tag that, okay? Just to correct us if we need.
Yeah, that was a, it was shocking, to get that phone call.
Why?
I don't, honestly, I care less about accolades. I really do.
But you need to be able to.
I know, and I'm teaching myself to be more, if I could just work and make my money, I would. Right. But, I get it. I get it.
It's not going to take away from your work ethic. It's not going to take away from the hustle and none of that. But still, at the same time, round of applause, Key.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those things make you lazy, though. Those things.
But it doesn't have to.
Yeah, that's true.
It doesn't have to. It should actually motivate you to want to do more.
Yeah, because there were people there that are well more advanced than I am, and that was good to see. That you're not the only one out here hustling and bustling every day, doing what you need to do in order to be, a productive citizen. So that was good, and the event was very lovely. I thank you guys. Ken T, thank you for nominating me. To see my peers respect me in that capacity, that's
so
major.
that's how that works. You're supposed to get nominated
Yeah,
by
so
your
your
peers.
peers nominate you. So when I got the phone call, I was like shocked, like who? Well, not shocked because again, I'm not gonna downplay my own skills. Y'all.
Thank you.
Really dope, just dope individual. But it was really dope to be recognized at this age and this early in my career. Especially when I know that there's a lot more work to be done here with branding myself and expanding my business. So that was dope. Yeah, that was really dope.
So as far as your practice right now, your private practice, it's just you?
I have a paralegal.
Okay.
It's myself and a paralegal. It's almost time to, I really want to train a team to do what I do.
Okay.
And
so that's the next step.
Right. To get people in place to do what I do. The only problem is to do what I do is, it's not easy.
Mm-hmm.
And finding people to care about, this is my baby.
Yeah.
So I handle my baby with caution. If I was a pregnant mom, I will make sure that my baby is fine, right? But
you're not gonna have to be handing your baby over just to
nobody. Right. So you bring people in. Are they gonna be as protective of your baby as you? No.
Once again, come correct, y'all.
No, they're not gonna be as protective of your baby. So it's hard for me to let go.
Yeah,
I can't.
I feel that.
That's just, it's in my spirit. Just like, this is my baby. I birthed this, and I'd be torn if someone messes up with what I birthed.
But the same way that you ask God for your steps to be ordered, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So I definitely want to see my business grow a lot bigger than what it is. And we're doing well. Like, I am very excited when it comes to the law office of Keyarria, Amey. Is like, and you know, I'm just shooting in the dark, y'all. I go for it. Whatever. The key is, to catch this, we all have a lane. When God created us, he created a lane for us.
Mm-hmm.
Social media got a lot of us confused. Mimic success is not real.
Yes, please give advice to those people. Let them know exactly what it is that it takes.
Yeah, so when you're looking for your lane, it has to be unique to you. You know, I can't go look at Coco. Coco is doing really well on this podcast. Let me do a podcast. Maybe podcasting is not for you.
Right.
You know, copying someone is not real success. What end up happening, you're going to be horrible at it. Now you're questioning me if I'm as successful because you didn't know. Yeah, I'm good at what I do. You weren't good at it because it wasn't for you. So you have to find your lane. And when you find it, stay there. Stay there. I don't care if you hit 1 million potholes. Stay there, because if you stay there, you're still going to get to your final destination faster. With all the potholes, you're going to get there faster.
Now you got potholes that you've basically gone through with experience.
Yeah. But, you know, social media, again, it makes it harder for us to maneuver in our lanes because we want, dang, they're doing good. Let me go over here.
I want to do it too. Yep.
When you got a gold mine sitting in your backyard.
Don't even recognize it.
Don't even see it because you stopped digging in your own backyard to go to someone else's. No. So, you know, you have to tune out people. I don't watch any of my classmates. None. Not because I'm self-centered, not because I clap for you. I clap for all of you, but I don't watch you because I never once want to question, what are you doing?
Yep.
What are you doing? You need, they may watch me and I thank you, but I'm not watching y'all. I want to stay right where God has me. I don't want to see nobody do anything. Billboard, that was my own. Okay, what you need to do this. Whether it was somebody could have told me it was a bad idea. I don't care. I'm gonna do it because this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it, and if it's a bad idea, then I can educate someone later. Look, when I did it, this what happened.
Exactly.
So, you know, it's just finding your place in life. Once you find it, life becomes a lot less complex. But I mean, you have to find you and be you. Who cares?
You.
Right. Who cares about what people think? And you think whatever you want. Just be you. How can you be mad at me being me?
Period.
You got to be mad at God for that. Because he made me. Are we running over?
No, we good. We good.
Okay.
But no, I
dating on that list.
well, because I'm gonna have these people up in my DM. I already, even in my personal DM, I'm gonna have it.
Okay.
Dating,
Well, dating.
Miss.
I don't do it. We're going to cut to the chase. Now, I'm not opposed, but again, I built this. And what I understand and realize, we're living in very different times where dating is hard. Thanks again, social media. The person that you choose can make or break you.
Period.
Man or woman. Man or woman. If I let a man into my life, the way I love, the way I was taught to love, he would ruin me. The wrong man would ruin me. Because I hate to say it, but if I have my business has to, okay, I got this man now. I have to, the way I was taught to love.
Suffer.
Yeah, I have to give him some of me.
Yeah.
And so now I have to give him some of me. All of me is not going here because some of me is going to him.
So it's priority.
Oh my God. I don't even, the right person, yes. But it will be, God will have to come and sit on my shoulder and say, baby, that's him.
Yep.
That's him. It's not, every blue moon I meet a man that made me go, wonder what he got brewing. It's not very often that I meet someone that I find very intriguing for me to say yes. But then when I do,
fuckery.
Yeah. Yeah, that part. So I don't know. I honestly,
when the time comes.
When the time comes, yeah. You learn so much about yourself. Every relationship that you have with people, you should learn something from it.
Yeah.
You know, my last relationship, I learned that sometimes those, cute moments that we think he's a good man, those are red flags, really. Yeah. Those are red flags and we don't even know it. For example, the last person I dated, and he's a great person, whatever. But what I think about it, one day we're riding in the car and he was like, our temperature need to be on the same level. That's a red flag. Well, what if I'm hot? Why do our temperature have to be? And I thought it was so cute. I was like, oh, he's so cute. That's a girl. What? You mean to tell me if I'm hot, I have to sit here and be hot?
And sweat.
Yeah, you just have to be careful.
Yeah.
And stop listening to these city girls.
Oh, God. I'm tired.
Don't listen to them. You know, multiple men is not good. You know, just don't do that. Just find you want somebody and try to make it work.
Otherwise, just chill out.
Yeah. I just don't even. It would be very interesting if you see me with a man. He has to be the one.
Yeah. He
has to be the one. I couldn't. At this point, I can't risk it. I
feel it.
So, you know, a lot of people be on social media. I'm not trying to be rude or anything. It's just my headspace and where I'm at in my life. I can't afford to not be right about you.
Yeah.
So I'd rather you, and just granted, if you're intrigued by a 5 to 7 second video, are you really intrigued? Because there's more to a person than a 5 to 7, 15 second video. What you see on social media,
that's what I'm giving.
That's just what I'm giving you.
That's just what I'm giving you.
You know, I have many, many different ways. Can you handle that? You know, my job is stressful. Can you handle that?
Yeah.
Are you going to get tired of me talking about, you know, the stress that comes with my job? What are you looking at?
Are you going to be a stress?
Right. Are you going to be? Oh, I definitely can.
Okay.
I got to look.
Another stress. You know what I mean? So I feel that.
And then I fall between, I posted yesterday, will I date a man that make less money. And I said, nope. And I mean it. No. Why should I have to?
You shouldn't.
No, and I'm not. I'm not. And that just, it's not because of the money. It's because of tradition.
Okay.
When the man feel like he can't provide for you, that automatically gonna lead to problems.
Absolutely.
Every argument is almost, even if it's not a hostile argument, it's gonna be
There's something already in.
Yeah, you just because you make more money.
Yep.
I don't want to take that from you as a man. I want you to that not to be an issue. Your money, so you gonna have to make more money.
Yeah.
And that if that keeps me single for a very long time, then so be it. That is a solid rule, point blank, period. I'm not asking you for your bank statements or anything like that, but I know, I can tell.
Yeah.
It's just, you have to meet me where I'm at.
Come correct.
Yeah, you got to come correct.
That's it.
I'll take care of my family, but I need, dependability is number one on my list. Dependability. Can I depend on you? It's just, you need to have some money. I love you. We can be friends and hang out and you know what? But yeah, you just have to say what you want and then stand on that. And then eventually God will give it to you, even if it takes years. I'm willing to wait.
Yeah.
I'm willing to wait on that right person to present himself, and we're good. So no dating. Sorry, guys. Right. I don't want to waste your time, and you shouldn't want to waste mine. So let's just not do this, and you can continue to think I'm dope. Because
Key.
Yes, Cokes. What we got? What we at?
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too. I thank you
so
for
much.
having me.
I appreciate you.
I think we went over.
It's definitely, listen,
we went over.
We good.
I knew I was going to talk because I'm a
But it
talker.
was needed. I wanted you to come here. I needed you to be yourself. I needed you to could just give us a little insight on who is Key. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't just the one that's just dancing in the gym at 5 a.m. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's more to that dance.
There's definitely more to it. And I wanted folks to actually really understand who this big time lawyer was. You know what I mean?
Well, thank you for giving me the opportunity to let them know.
Absolutely.
And if you guys are ever hurt in a wreck, that is not your fault. Feel free to give me a call. I hate to use your segment for advertisement.
Use it, please, because I will definitely be tagging.
But the number is 832-356-6803.
She got it.
One call. I promise you it will change your life. It's different type of lawyering over here.
And
for
we'll
sure.
Definitely make sure to tag that on the episode as well too. You'll see that on YouTube, Instagram, and all social media handles.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you, Coach.
Thank you so much.
We almost went an hour. Big mouth.
You're good. Thank you. All right, you guys, it's a wrap. Tune in next week for another dope interview with me, Cokes, on The Muscle Hustle. Again, make sure to subscribe. Follow us on all social media handles at The Muscle Hustle Podcast. Appreciate y'all. Peace.